I feel sober, I feel shivering because I hate it. I hate the past.
You're welcome to Different Talks.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bolo Atife. I film about life experiences, lifestyle and all things relatable. If it's your first time here, I say you're welcome. Thank you so much guys for the love and the support that you've shown on my first previous video, right? It only gets better. Okay, so without doing so much of the talking, let's jump right into what we will be discussing for the day. The teenage phase is a phase between the age 13 to the age 18, right? That's why it's called teen age. Okay, so this is a phase that either makes or mars a teenager, right? Okay, so in respect to this is the topic that we will be discussing today. We'll be discussing the female teenager, probably because I am a female and I can relate more in that aspect, right? Okay, so today with me I've got a teenager as we will be doing this together. So permit me to call her Sugar, as I will not like to disclose her identity. Okay? Hello, Sugar.
Hi.
So Sugar is presently 14 years old. That means you're 1 year into being a teenager. She will be sharing her experience so far through this teenage journey with us. Okay? So Sugar.
Yeah.
How has it been?
Also, well, teenage years have been fine, so well, it has been rough, but so far we've been able to overcome it.
Have you been termed wild or unruly?
Yes, I've been tempted wild before.
Okay.
Let's start from the family.
Okay.
Let's say I'm family where I came. I'm third born in family.
Okay.
So actually, my dad don't live with my mom.
Okay.
So maybe this is why I've been tempted wildly, because I know nobody's there to shut me down. Nobody's there to tell me anything.
Okay.
Even advice I don't get because I go my way.
Okay.
And my mom is too busy with her business. My sister too, she's busy.
Okay.
Love take it down to my friends because my friends see that okay, our mom is not at home.
Okay.
She's too present for them. So we go to many places when there's nobody there to at least talk to us.
Okay.
At least to tell us that okay, we are
What
what
you're
you're
doing
doing
is
is
wrong.
wrong. We don't have anyone to talk to. We don't have anybody to confine in.
Okay.
At least I've been thanked why in some areas.
She'll be sharing her experience with us. Okay, so Sugar, over to you.
First and foremost, yeah. So I've been termed wide. So sometimes I don't go to school. So because I know that when I go to school, there's nothing I want to learn. Because in my brain, I don't think that school is necessary those times. Because I don't like going to school. I don't like writing notes. So if I get to, nobody's going to ask me that okay, bring your book and let me check what you've done today.
Okay.
Bring your book and let's read together. What did you score in school today? Were you able to go to school today? So I follow my friend to their base, to their hideout. That's what we call where we stay, our base or hideout.
Okay.
So my mom will come home in the night, and my dad sometimes don't come home. My sister won't ask me, my mom won't ask me where I go. So actually my friend drinks, my friend smokes. So at I think age 9 I start following my friends to
At the age of 9.
yeah, so at the age of 9 I handle things by myself. I don't tell anybody where I'm going. I don't tell anybody about my life again because nobody is there to ask me. Nobody is there to even say, okay, sit down and let's talk. So sometimes if I tell her, okay, mom, this thing is happening to me, she will have to behave that, okay, mom is sharing, joke.
Okay, so often sharing means you're not. She's not taking you serious when you
Yes.
try to talk to her.
Yes.
Okay.
So when I actually told her, so I feel there's no necessary things to do school again. So I went to one of my friend's place to just hide out. So one of my neighbors saw me there and I have to report me to my mom. And that was what I have to do. That is not right. So I did something along that side that was not right, which I have to end up where I am today. Where I am in my auntie place, in my uncle place. I'm actually feeling the fatherly love and the motherly love. And since I've got there, I've never been termed wild again. Things have been going normal. Friends that I play with, at least they are now reduced. I don't need friends. I feel the love. At least I have someone to talk to, someone to call mommy, someone to call dad. I have brothers who are encouraging. I have someone that are okay.
Sorry, you no longer stay with your mom.
Yeah.
You don't longer stay at your parents.
Yes, I no longer stay with them.
Okay.
I stay with my auntie and my uncle now.
Okay.
And their children. Please, they have to accept me, because during those times that I actually did what I'm not supposed to do. My mom was actually threatening me that you have to take poison and I have to die down, something this and that. So that
your mom said she would take poison.
Yes, that the whole family was somehow trouble about it. So
Okay.
I actually ended up with my uncle, and ended up with my uncle. I don't think it's a bad thing. At least it has been better. I've somehow changes in my life, my academics, in everything I do. I see changes because there's nobody to talk to in those days. Now I have someone to talk to. There's nobody to read with me now. I think I have someone to read with me, someone to share my experience with. Anything going on in the environment, if I see it, I come home to tell my auntie and at least she educates me about it.
So you feel more loved living with your aunt and your uncle?
Yes.
Okay, so do you like going to school now?
Yes. I actually prefer going to school now because they actually showed me a better future.
Okay.
They actually showed me that, wow, even if other people look at you that this girl doesn't have future, they actually keep encouraging me. They push me to where I am today.
Okay.
They are actually using praying and fasting, everything in their power, encouragement to actually push me where I am today. I think if not for her, I wouldn't have to make this show myself.
Okay. So this and many more are actually what teenagers go through. You see some teenagers at the age of 13, even way before then. You see them already engrossed in smoking. You see teenagers that watch porn. We even see some teenage girls that take contraceptive pills at the age of 13. And I'm like, where did we miss it? I remember when I was 13. Was it? Okay, maybe I was 15 or so. I can't remember the age. So there was this person that my parent or my sibling actually trusted so much. And then at a point when I was young, irrespective of it that I had a big stature at the time, I was still very young. And then I remember this person tried a thing or the other. And I got home, I couldn't even tell my mom. I couldn't tell my sister. At the time, they noticed, my mom noticed that something is wrong, because there is no how something happens to a child that you would not notice under your roof. Even as an adult, if something happens to you, you would not act the same way. So I don't know how something would happen and you would say you don't know, you don't care. Then what are you doing? I am pleading with our parents, please, let us be there for our teenagers. Let us be there for our younger ones. Never get too busy with work and forget that you have a responsibility to take care of your child. Don't always shut them up. It actually kills their self-confidence. Teach them to build their self-confidence from a very young age. And this is common among our tribe.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm a Yoruba girl, okay? So, and this is very common. If something happens and you go to tell your mom that, or your dad, and this is what happens, most of them or some of them will just say, oh, keep quiet. Oh, you two, what did you do? Oh, this is an elderly person. Oh, you don't talk like this. Oh, you don't talk like that. Then we don't always give them the opportunity to talk. We always shut them down. And this actually like affects their self-confidence. If they are going through things, right, they will not even tell you anything. They'll just bust everything. They'll rather talk to their friend that is a teenager like themselves. And see, if you don't build this bridge from scratch, you don't just expect to get to a stage in the future and say, oh, you just call, what's wrong with you? They will not tell you anything because you did not build that bridge. You did not give an opportunity for them to always confide and relate to you. Also, please do not trust anyone around your kids. Please do not trust anyone around your kid. I remember when I was also what age was I? I was in SS1. I had a boyfriend when I was in SS1. Not because I needed it, for goodness sake, I was very young. But it was just cool that I had someone to talk to that would not judge me. So just cool that I probably because my friends were I don't even know why, because at the end of the day you realize that all of these things are even not necessary. because you are still very young and you do not need them. But then it was just cool that I had someone to talk to and just joke about things and silly love, I would say. But then I could not tell my parents this, because even till very recently, I could not even say, oh, I have a boyfriend, even when I was in the university, because it's always like, hey, you have a boyfriend, don't keep a boyfriend. I'm like, honestly, this is not the way to go. Let these ones know that, oh, this is there is actually nothing to hide. These ones, they watch TV, they have phones, they have friends, they read books. So be very open to them, be there for them. If they are going through things, be there for them. So if you have anything to say to our guidance or our parent, what would it be?
My advice is that we shouldn't discriminate.
Okay.
Because discriminating between one, that in my case,
Okay.
because my mom actually looked at, okay, daddy, this one resemble his dad or her dad.
Okay.
So this one, because the pain and the anger that, okay, my dad is not living with us, she have to all push it on me. I'm the one bearing the pain
because
in my heart,
like
because I look at my dad. So others that they are actually look there like her, she actually at least like to favor them more than me. So we shouldn't discriminate that this one is this one is that. We should all love them. And please, we should all talk to our teenagers, because people think that we are bad, we pretend wide, we are terrible, but we are not like that. At least if we have someone to talk to us, we have someone to educate us, we have someone to enlighten us about what is happening, we have someone to show up love, people will see that we are not what they think we are. And our parents should please enlighten us about whatever is happening in our environment, and about our wrongs and right, what we've done wrong, that at least what we've done wrong, they should please educate us on it, and they should not keep our mistake in their heart. They should let it go easy, and and they should forgive us easily. That's my advice.
Okay, so if you have something to say to teenagers, like your fellow teenagers out there, what would it be? What would you say to them?
I would say that my advice to them is that they should, whatever their mistake is, they should always believe that I have somewhere I'm going. They should not even give up on themselves. They should have to know that, okay, my tomorrow will be bright. Even this mistake have let me down. Any mistakes that they make in the past, they should please try to amend their ways, and don't think that, okay, this mistakes is going to let me down. And they should not even think of committing suicide, because in my case, that's not the end of life. So that's my advice.
Okay, so if there is something that you would do differently now, or like that you would tell your friends to do differently, knowing that your friends were actually part of what encouraged you to go more into some of this stuff, so what would you do differently now?
Based on what I would do differently now, although I like sports, I like doing sports, but actually my mom will allow me to go into sports, because she thinks that my mistakes are still there, they are still fresh in her memory. She never let my mistake go easily. She still reminds me of the past, and it will me down sometimes. And each time I think about it, I feel used, I feel weighed down. I let my past engrave me. I feel sober, I feel shivering, because I hate it. I hate the past. So I like, even if I have to tell her that, Mom, I want to go in sports. People talk about sports, so I like sports, but she will never let me go, because she never believed that mistake come but once, and she never believed it. So she keep it in her mind, and she will always talk about it. Anytime you offend her, she will always talk about it, remind you, use it as an abusive word.
So what do you do when she does this?
I always walk out, at least. But if I walk out, I walk to somewhere I feel cool. Somewhere, if I walked out, in my case, I see somewhere that maybe they are playing good and reasonable things. So I just stand and watch. I like playing ball. Sometimes if she just talk about it, I'll just go inside, find something interesting that will keep me busy, that will let me off of the past, and I will never be able to remember. So if I think I can do anything different, it will be sport. I like doing sports.
Okay, remember while I was growing up too, the way people termed me wild. They'll tell their kids, don't let me see you walking with that woman's daughter. Oh, you must not. And I'm like, remember at some point, so my mom would go report me to some people, and it just gets me more angry because I'm like, I'm not a goat, I'm not an animal. If you talk to me, we can sit and talk about things and settle things peacefully. Why do you have to go report me to this person? Like almost everybody now knew that they termed me the wild child of the family, that girl, and I'm like, when I'm in my little corner, I'm just like, what is all of this? So please, this is to our parents, this is to our guardians. I want you to know that these teenagers are not animals. When you talk, they actually listen. When you talk, they listen, they hear, they think too.
Yes.
When they're in their corners, when they talk with their friends, you will know that this one's to actually reason and they think about things. Okay, so do you have anything more to say?
No, nothing more.
Okay.
Things to say, but what I want to say is that at least we should always pray to God and fast. Even if we have made mistake in past, I think God is able to forgive us, enlighten us more. When we commit ourselves to the hands of God, we see changes. So please, we should not regard our parents, we should not regard anything in our mind concerning us. We should always pray for the teenagers, and we teenagers should see ourselves as few leaders of tomorrow. Whatever, even if we are down, we should never let our mistake
weigh us
down.
Okay, because even the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go. Or is it train up a child in the way he should grow? And when he is old, he would not depart from it. Adding to what you've said, even if a child makes a mistake, the deed has been done. So, train the child out of the house, forsaking the child, poisoning the child is not the way to go. You have to walk this journey through with the child, mold them into becoming this better person, so that they don't visit their past. When you see the way some parents talk to their children, they're always laying curses, and I'm like, just how wake up in the morning, oh my child, it is well with you, oh you're going to be great, and walk them through this process. Not every time curse, every time. It should just make them develop thick skin, and they'll just look at you and they're like, it's not the first time she's saying it, so I don't care. And this would now make them go out there and go and seek solace in the wrong place, and that is how everything starts. Well, one final word: if you've indulged in things that you're not supposed to do, okay, maybe your parents have forgiven you and everything, but you still just have this guilt and all. One thing I also would say you should do is, as you've said also, that talk to God. Is the only one that, apart from going through the process of, apart from your anybody that is walking you through this healing process, also working with you.
Yes, we should
please always remember to talk to God. See, he's the only one that can heal your broken heart. He's the only one that can give you that forgiveness that you seek. After you've forgiven yourself, to understand, then only would you feel like, oh, I'm a better person. Oh, I have healed and everything. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed this video so far, do give us a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe on your way out. I would be coming with experiences like this so that people can relate more. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Thank you for watching. Giving yourself to understand, then only would you feel like, oh, I'm a better person, oh, I have healed and everything. Who is that? I'm coming.